Hello, sorry, we've had a few technical issues. Also, the stream is up, so we're going to do the intro in just a sec. But anyway, hello everyone and welcome to the PMP eSports event, the first PMP eSports event that I can remember. But it's the first one I'm doing, it's the first time I'm going to be joined by my co-commentator Kevin Harrison, also known as Aspect.
Hello, of course, we're around Singapore today, so should be maybe a few crashes. Walls very close. Overtakes that we do see are probably going to be quite risky, as if someone around in turn one. Not sure who that is, but they seem to be spinning a bit. And there's someone else around in.
Yeah, we're having a lobby restart because they're doing donuts. We're having a lobby restart because they've made the thing day, which is absolutely fantastic. It's what we like to see. We just have LR plays just doing donuts in the first one. They've crashed. So far this has been an absolute mess and it's not gone well. But we've got a short qualifying, 2 25% races, one around Singapore, one up around Italy. So I'm very excited for this. Italy, I think that can always provide a good few races. Both tracks have a chance of rain, so if they've got the weather on dynamic, then we could maybe be seeing some rain. But two entertaining tracks today. Singapore posing a challenge to the streets.
Are you sure you're streaming?
I should be, yeah.
Because,
yeah, I noticed that when I joined, but it says I'm on it and I have a viewer, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lobby restart because they forgot to put it on day, which is what we always like to see. So, yeah, we're going to take some time to talk about the teams and talk about the track in this kind of midpoint where we don't have anything going on because it needs to be restarted. We started late because I couldn't get to this channel because we had no details. So, yeah. Kevin, do you have any predictions for what's going to happen in these next couple of races? Do you know much about any of the drivers here?
I recognize some of them. Not quite enough to know what would happen. Some people I haven't seen in a while either, so their pace might have changed. I know Ginger can be quick. I have known Ghosts to be quick as well. Yeah, I'm not completely sure, honestly.
Yeah, I agree with you. I see a few familiar names. Mostly the LR boys is the people I know, but yeah, there's a few other recognisable names such as Ginger and some others. So I think I'm gonna be kind of learning the ropes for this first week, as I don't really know who's gonna be where, what's gonna be happening. But yeah, I'm quite excited. We've got 4 teams in this. We've got FRL, who are, their full name is FRL eSports. I don't know what their actual full thing is. And then we've got Virtual Esports Racing, who are VER. And we have got NLR, non-label racing team, and PMP, who are PMP, who are hosting this event. So very big thanks to them, as we're just waiting for the new lobby, because I was kicked out the other one. I don't know if that happened to you, but yeah, always good.
The FRL, you're not sure of the name? I know of the league that's called F1 Racing League, FRL, so I'm not sure if it'll be similar for their esports team. But,
we'll just call them FRL, yeah, to keep things simple and easy. But yeah, let's talk about the tracks though, Kevin. For Singapore, where do you think people will mostly be going for their overtakes, and do you think we'll be seeing any crash points and kind of danger points on the track?
I think in the very narrow section before the hairpin, if someone goes around there, then we could see a potential pile. I'm not sure if they've ghosting on or off, but that is certainly a danger point anyway. It's, in terms of overtakes, into turn 1, if you get a good exit off the final chicane, and then around the final corner with a bit of slipstream, you could go have a look. And if not, then of course the second straight is, I think, the best place for overtaking. There is a straight in sector 2 as well, but I'd say it's not so easy.
Yeah, for sure. Turn 1 and I think it's turn 4, I think, are the best overtake opportunities. The hairpin also, like you said, that it could be a danger point, but I also think that it can be possible for an overtake to happen. I need to invite you to the lobby because, yeah. Okay, so, but yeah, the hairpin, I think that is possible to make an overtake, and if you get it right, you need to have the space there, you need to be compliant with your other drivers, so, yeah, because we saw Felipe Massa make the overtake on Bruno Senna back in, like, what was it, 2011, 12, something like that, drifting past Bruno Senna, which was beautiful overtake, one of my favourite overtakes of all time from one of my favourite ever drivers. So yeah, Singapore can really throw up some good action. I am expecting a couple of crashes. Safety car is off, so we won't be seeing anything happening with that. We've got weather on dynamic, so rain could still possibly happen. Kevin, once you click spectator, I think we are ready to go. Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so we got a short quaddy and then we got two 25% races. So the short quaddy, we're gonna have to see it, but then the second race around Italy, this is gonna be in reverse grid. From this race, whoever finishes first is gonna finish at the back. Whoever finishes second is gonna be 19th, so on, so on. But I think the reverse grid, that's gonna really change the Italy race, because Italy has got some overtaking opportunities, but it hasn't got that many either if you think about it, because there's some places where you think you could overtake, for, such as a second chicane, but that just, you know, sometimes when you go side by side through there, it doesn't come off the way you want it. But coming to Italy with the reverse grid, Kevin, what do you think the challenges will be for some of the drivers at the back, some of the drivers at the front?
At the front, I think it's going to be difficult to keep the faster drivers behind, of course, with a reverse grid, because it is pretty easy to overtake around there. It's pretty much it's really no stranger to seeing overtakes, Italy. So yeah, I think it's going to be a challenge for the guys who start up at the front to keep in front. I'm not sure if they do any like specific tire strategies, or if it's just like anyone can go for any strategy. Do you know?
I believe it's any strategy for anyone. From what I know, that's what I'm going to assume. But yeah, I say Italy. If you can, I say the people at the front, as long as they can get a second gap, then I think it's more likely they're going to be able to stay in front, because let's not forget that Italy is very, very powerful for DRS and slipstream, so you want to get that second gap as soon as possible. But yeah, we're going to be seeing our first drivers coming out onto the track for this qualifying session. So let's see who comes out first. We've got quite a lot of people on the soft, so I imagine the strategy will be soft to medium, even though it's Singapore and the softs melt. But
Hardly Blem would be the first one out. If you look at the thing, he's in 6th.
Yeah, I hate that. We'll just call them Hardly because that's a bit easier. But also we got multiplayer cars on, so we can see some nice looking liveries. So far we got this kind of sky blue, dark blue, white sort of thing going on for NLR, which I think looks quite nice personally. I mean, yeah, I'm quite liking that livery right now. What do you think of some of the liveries that you see here?
Yeah, as you said, and the NLR livery is actually really quite nice. The sky blue and the white, and then the bits of dark blue in places seem to work very well with each other. Looking at TVH, is that, who would he be?
Sorry, who?
Racing for? Is that guy in 13th?
13th.
TVH, but I'm not sure if that's...
I have no idea. Not a clue, as it won't let me change the camera, which is absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Codemasters. I'm going to be on board with everyone for the rest of this race. Never mind, there you go, it's worked. Very cool. TVH, not a clue.
There is like a black and white livery going around.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what team that belongs to. But I do have to say, it does actually look quite nice though.
I'm seeing this black and gold one. Hang on, look at that from Polino Bros. That is beautiful. I like that. But it looks like Hardy's on his first lap. Sorry.
One, that looks like.
Yeah, it appears so. But our first driver is on the lap. It's Harley Beam. We're gonna bring up some of the information so we can see what he's doing. Staying on hot lap, coming into turn 3, he's already invalidated, slap over. We're going to go on board with the PMP Nipro Racing, see where he is on the track. He's coming into somewhere, I'm not sure, he's just come through the first few corners, coming onto the second DRS straight already though. He's on the mediums right now, so this is probably just going to be an open, an out lap, banker lap right now, but hopefully he can get this all right, you know, get into the rhythm of it, staying in higher rest. Oh, a bit wiggly on the exit there though, in that kind of bronze black looking car from PMP. I remember before they run more of an orange one, but it looks like they've decided to go with some bronze, which kind of looks like a chocolate brown actually. It reminds me of, if anyone knows cycling, AG2R, they kind of have a chocolate brown shorts, which it kind of reminds me of that, I won't lie. But I'm still having a lot of trouble changing the camera angles. We have a yellow flag coming to sector 3, I'm not sure what that is for, but Nipro, he seems to be having a nice time on this track. I'm not sure, I can't really remember what the times are meant to be. I think it's high 30s, right?
Oh, I'm not sure, I haven't done this track in a while.
Same here, I have absolutely no idea. But PMP Nipro, he's coming into the third sector now. This is my least favourite part of the track, as this is where I mostly lose all of my time personally, but Nipro seems to be doing pretty nicely through there. Yeah, absolutely. Now this final corner, it's actually very wiggly though. The final corner, very important you get that right. You want to be as on throttle as much as possible. Late DRS activation, that's our first lap done so far, 35.8 from Nipro. Q-tip on the mediums also goes just over a second slower than him, and then we also have Sector on the hards. And we'll see a few more times coming in very soon. They got 35.7 coming in from LR Blaze. Everyone's so far on the mediums, but I'm seeing our first soft run. It's going to be LR Slimbo. He's going to come across now. What can he do on the softs? Only third place, 36.5. So medium still looking good. LRB 2005. I'm not too sure who that is, but yeah, so far it looks like the medium runners are doing quite nicely. The soft runners maybe not doing as well as they would like, but there you go. LR goes. He's just gone 1.2 seconds quicker than anyone else on the softs, which is very good to see from him.
Yeah, it seems like quite a good lap as Polina Bros. I can't quite see how close it is. Yeah, no, he is actually quite a bit off. So yeah, Ghost seems to be leading the way right now as Bjorn spins across the line, but still sets a lap good enough for third.
Not bad, I mean...
yeah, the medium runners seem to be doing quite well of Blaze and Nipro. They're leading the way in that field, 6th and 7th. Of course, by the end we'll see pretty much everyone on softs, because it's just going to be a soft medium, 25% race. But yeah, as you said, the medium runner is doing quite well, and Ghost, of course, seems to be leading the charge.
Yeah, it looks like he's put in a solid lap so far. It's still 6/10 quicker than FRL Ginger, so I think... I'm not too sure of a lot of people's pace, but we're just going to have to wait and see until the end. But yeah, I'm liking a lot of these liveries though, they look very nice. It's always nice to see a kind of change of colour sometimes from all the regular cars, the multiplayer cars. Some people can make some nice looking stuff. I'm not one of those people who can make it, but it seems that whoever's been designing some of these liveries, well done, I like them. But
I have to agree with you on that one.
for sure, but looks like FRL are doing... Actually, are FRL doing the best? Not quite, but LR I think on average are the best right now. Maybe, I'm not too sure if I'm honest, but looking at everything, we're just going to have to kind of wait to see everyone's true paces. So I'm seeing a bit of front wing damage on the track there. I'm not sure who that's off, but yeah, I think barriers and damage could be a big thing in this race, especially as 25% people tend to be a little bit more aggressive on these sorts of races because of their kind of... They're more aggressive in nature, really, as it's short. You want to get as many positions as possible quickly. So Kevin, coming into a 25% race, what sort of strategy would you go for? Would you kind of go for a more passive one, hope people crash in front of you, or would you be all out aggressive, trying to make as many positions as possible?
I would think, well, if I was there, I think I would go for a bit more of a strategy one. maybe not in Italy, but in Singapore for sure. Strategy is going to be, I think, a bigger part than overtakes. We're going to see a lot more strategy than overtakes, I think. And if anyone is going to win this race, not from pole, it is probably going to be because they had a slightly different strategy to other people around them. So I would say that like people starting on mediums could see them come back right at the end, because the top guys are, of course, as you said, I mean, 25% race, they're going to be more aggressive. So I think if someone plays a bit more strategically, they could come out on top.
Yeah, for sure. I'd say Singapore. I agree with you. Definitely more about the strategy around this track. It kind of depends on when you pit as well, because the softs really don't last that long around this track. So the mediums, they can last, of course, a decent amount of time. So the softs, as long as they don't melt, you should be all right. But I think that, yeah, most people, I think people outside the top 7 might try that mediums, but let's remember this is a team event, so you got 4 drivers for each team. I think we might be seeing a lot of team orders. I know I remember when I used to do these sorts of events, we'd have quite a few team orders going on, so kind of people just giving a tow, kind of rotating around and around, so that happens quite a lot.
I've just picked up Hardley. He's coming through the final few corners to finish up a lap on the medium tire. This time it's going a little better for him. He initially went for the softs, I'm pretty sure, but he's going to come across the line for P10, 36.3. A little bit off the best on mediums, who's actually now Nuremberg in 4th. On mediums, 35.2,
yeah, Nuremberg.
which seems quite a good lap.
Yeah, for sure. So far, Hardley is the best one on the mediums. No, that's Nuremberg. Sorry. Yeah, I see that. I was unfitted.
No, P4 and then 7th and 8th are all
Actually,
mediums as well.
that's a really good time from him on the mediums. I'm jealous of that. Fair play. I think we could be seeing PMP Nuremberg possibly being one of the top teams, but we have got confirmation that VER is the black and white team. So we got a yellow flag in sector 2. Not sure what that's for, but we're going to look past it. But yeah, we're going to go on board with Polino Bros, who he seems to be on a soft like Perceptor. It looks like he's invalidated, so we're going to go with LRB 2005, part of VER. He has got LR in his name, so that's going to be nice and confusing, but that's okay. Coming into hairpin, it looks like it's really throwing the car through there. The hairpin, you want to get a good launch off of that corner. It can really help your lap. It kind of depends on your exit. The better the exit, the better lap, of course. But here he comes. It seems like he's doing quite well right now. Black and green helmets go with the black and white car. Pretty interesting, but no, it doesn't clash too badly, but we'll take it. Yellow flag starting to become more of a feature around this track, but not going to affect our friend LRB 2005 right now. So here it comes into the final few corners. The final corner, like I said before, always quite crucial. You need to get it right, a good amount of cut, a good exit as well, using all of that track. And he only goes 6th right now with a 35.5. He'll out for another lap still left in him. But LR goes still sitting on top with a 34.5, 6/10 above anyone else.
Yeah, I was gonna pick up Jordy starting a lap, but going through the final corner, he invalidated this next lap, so he's gonna have to come back in the pit and only have one shot holding. And I know Jordy can be quick, could be up the field a little bit, so only one lap might put a bit of pressure on him. Maybe might be a bit more prone to making a mistake.
Yeah, I remember Geordie from before. He seems to be quite a fast driver. I mostly know the drivers from maybe kind of LR, PMP, more of that. The other teams are a little bit less, but I'm seeing a few more changes in the order right now going around. But yeah, I'm currently on board with Sector RGZ. I believe he's on a lap. Yeah, he is on a lap. He's coming around the final corner. What can he set using all the track? He looks very confident. He's like, oh, 3rd place. Except LR Slimbo has made it a front row lockout for LR right now, provisionally, with a 34.7, which is the closest anyone's been able to get to touching LR Ghosts right now.
Finley just went P3 there for F4L.
He did.
With a 35.0, actually pretty much flat.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it seems he could be up there. He's not too far off. I'm not sure if he could get another lap in. Time is running out, but he might be able to squeeze another in and maybe challenge the top 2.
Yeah, I imagine most people now who are on the lap are going to be able to get back in to set another lap. But yeah, Finley, he looks like he's got some good pace right now. I think he could be one of our contenders for the top 3 as Nipro knocks him out of the top 3.
P3.
Yeah, good luck from him as well. So coming into the final 5 minutes of qualifying, I think it's still all to play for. LR Ghost hasn't come out to set another lap since his lap, so he's still sitting pretty on top by a decent margin, but we're going to have to see how he does later on in the qualifying session. But right now we kind of got a downtime, no one really on the lap right now, but early predictions, what do you think, Kevin?
It's, of course, looking pretty good for Livid right now. Especially with Blaze yet to set a soft lap. His medium lap was not too bad. So if he went on softs, he could challenge up there as well. Livid again as well, so front row lock up for now. Yeah, I feel like it's going to end up being Ghosts to take the pole position. If I were to do a top 3, I would say that I'd say it's difficult. You may as well do your prediction. I'll keep thinking.
Okay, you carry on thinking there, Kevin. You enjoy that, but my top 3, I have no idea. It's anyone's game. That's what I think. Is I'm seeing a lot of people very, very close to each other's times, other than the kind of the top 2, 3, who are the kind of the furthest away that I can see right now. But as we have NLR DJ Dio, he sets his first lap. His not the best lap, and I think that might be his only lap of the session, unless he decides to go around again on the softs, which wouldn't be recommended if I'm honest. But yeah, not the best lap for him for NLR, but oh god, sorry. That's some good chicken before this and it's coming back up. But LR, I'd say, look like our strongest team with LR Ghost and LR Slimbo being our top 2. But like I said, Blaze, he's got a good lap on the medium so far. So when he goes out on the softs, I think he could be challenging for the front as well. But right now, it looks like LR are our best team kind of on average at the moment. But maybe some other team can cause an upset. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see.
I'm going to put Ghosts in pole, Nuremberg second, and Slimbo third, I think.
Okay.
Because Nuremberg's medium lap, if you put on softs, he could definitely be quite up there. But I think Ghosts also could find an extra 10th, maybe a little small bit more than that. So yeah, I feel like Ghosts is going to get the pole. But second and third.
Ooh, we've had a retirement.
More varying.
Q-Tip. Oh god, nice voice crack. Q-Tip, he's gone off into the runoff somewhere, it looks like. I'm not sure.
At the end of the straight, it looks like.
Yeah. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you how he retired, I'm not too sure. But can I see anyone on the lap right now? Okay, we've had our second retirement. Hardly Beam. Did he retire in the pits?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, it looks like it. Most people are on the outlaps though, so we're going to have to wait and see who starts setting the first time. It's going to be PMP Mac. Lucky I was already on board with him, so that's always good to see. But we're going to go on board with him for his lap. He's currently got a 36.7 sync, down in 15th place, which isn't what he's going to want, but hopefully he can improve on that time on this lap. Coming on to second, DRS straight, activates it nicely, seems to got a good exit as we've lost Nipro as well from third place. He's not going to be improving this time, looks like he retired in the pit lane as well. But anyway, here comes PMP Mac. He's not changing his ERS too much, so if he doesn't start changing his ERS, he's going to be running out of ERS by the end of this lap, which is not what you want coming around the final corner and launching yourself onto that back straight, because remember, ERS can make a huge difference to your lap as FRL Geordie goes on pole, provisional pole, by just over a 10th right now, and we're going to have to wait and see what LR Ghost can do. Same with PMP Mac coming into the hairpin. He's definitely going to run out of ERS by the end of this lap, I imagine. Gets a good exit from there, doesn't short shift for that extra bit of traction, but So it seems to be working for him. Whatever works for you is the quickest. Here he comes after that little straight. I believe they're adding an extra DRS section into that part of the track for F1 2020, but which will probably end up being 2021. Oh, again, very close to the wall PMP Mac. Very good from him. You want to get as close to walls as possible sometimes on street tracks. Just kind of graze them, use as much track as possible. Very good to see. Coming into the final corner, he's already run out of ERS, which is not going to help his run to the line. He cuts a bit of the corner, gets out nice and wide. He's gone a bit wide, doesn't invalidate. He only goes P14, which is going to be disappointing for him. So we're going to go on board with Finley, who I think can maybe challenge this pole position. We're going to watch him in that kind of black and gold looking, black and yellow looking FRL car, but he seems like he could be challenged pole. Right now it's Geordie on pole. These are going to be everyone's final laps of this qualifying session. Finley, here he comes. He seems to be doing quite nicely. Palino Bros goes on pole now. He's set. Oh, hello, more people gone provisional pole. Better and better laps coming in, so we're going to have to see what our front runners, our predicted front runners, are going to be able to do.
Coming around the final corner now as well. He's 6/10 up at the moment. He could challenge. He does challenge. P2 with a 34.3, almost getting the pole.
Almost indeed, but for me it says that LR Ghost is on an outlap. So
that might be a glitch.
Is it a timing glitch? Yeah, I've seen timing glitches before, so
now he does and goes only P4.
Okay, so one of our early predictions isn't working out as well as we were hoping, but here comes FRL Finley. Only goes 8th fastest. Except what can Nuremberg do? So, surely, there you go, P2, our first prediction to actually be relatively correct. He's only 100th off of pole position, and less than 100, I mean just over 100 away from Ginger and P3, so an unbelievably close grid already in this race. So, I mean, look at quality, we're in for an absolute treat.
Yeah, I mean, at the start we were just talking about Livid maybe having the advantage, but now we have, I think that would be 3 teams in the top 3.
VER, PMP and FRL, I believe that is, but look how close that is. The top 5 almost split by a 10th. That's ridiculously close. Look at that. It's 100th away, just another 100th away, and then 400th away. That's unbelievably close. If these lads could be that close in the race, I mean, I'll be the happiest man on earth. But then, come down the order, we've got some not so good laps for some people. PMP Benny never actually setting a time, but yeah, looking onto the race, 25%, short and sweet. Hopefully, we could see some great racing for everyone.
Yeah, and you also can't count out the people starting outside the top 10 as well. They're going to get free choice of tyre. They can stop on the mediums and try go for that alternate strategy, which of course will be certainly the better one, especially if they have or should have a fresh set of softs to play with if they've played their quali right. So yeah, we could see them coming through the field after people start making their pit stops, and maybe challenging right at the end on fresher tyres.
For sure, I think it's going to kind of come down to strategy and what the teams do with each other. Kind of who's going to go in front, who's going to become the team leader of this race, who's going to take charge, and who's going to take their team across the line first. But we're going to have to wait and see. But for sure, outside the top 10, they're going to have free choice of tyres. Like you said, I imagine most of them are going to go for the mediums, go for their alternate strategy, see what they can do with that. As we're about to begin our formation lap, it looks like we've got
only 2 people going for the mediums outside the top 10.
Only 2?
And that is Ice-T and Hardley.
That's interesting. That's not what I was expecting. It looks like most of the teams are going to try and kind of keep their teams kind of on the same page, really, I guess. But we've mostly got black on the front of the grid. We've got 3, 4 black and golds and 1 black and white. So yeah, it's going to be quite hard to tell the difference.
Looks like FRL and PMP have a few people up there. I forget the name
VER.
you said earlier. VER. They only have David Person in first, and then the next driver is down in 12th.
12th. That's quite a big gap.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, so
yeah, 12th.
They only have one guy, and he can't rely on anyone. Whereas Ginger has Jordy not too far back in 6th. You have PMP Nuremberg having a teammate down in 4th, and then LR having Ghosts in 5th, and then 7th and 8th also LR. So it seems like one team only having one person up there, and others might be able to take advantage of a bit more team strategy.
Yeah, for sure. I think LR with. Am I just seeing rain? I'm seeing rain. Am I seeing rain, or am I being blind? I'm actually seeing rain. Oh my god, there's rain. The Lords have blessed us and we have rain. It seems like it. Okay. Interesting. That is not what I was expecting. Rain in Singapore. This can only end one way, isn't it? In the wall.
Yeah, never a good combination.
I mean, this is going to be a very, very interesting race. That's all I know. Rain in Singapore. Will it get heavy enough to be able to go on the insides or the wets? We're only going to have to wait and see. It's going to make it a little bit more tricky for everyone coming off the line. I'm already seeing maybe a little bit of spray. Looks like it's coming down relatively hard. But as all the drivers line up on the grid, we're going to get ready to start this race in Singapore, which may or may not be wet. Exciting times. All the drivers are ready. I'm going to wait for those lights. There they are. The 5 red lights are on. And they're gone, and we are racing in Singapore in the PMP eSports event. And our first race in Singapore. It looks like Sector gets a good start off the line. He's going to go 3 wide, coming into the first corner. He keeps in the leader right now. It looks like a little bit of changing going around. Nuremberg is up into 2nd. FRO Ginger is in 3rd right now. I can't see much else going on in the back of the grid. Right now, everyone's kind of keeping it nice and calm. We've got a few battles going on side by side. It looks like when the yellow boys, it looks like yellow goes going up, and he's high coming into the 3rd corner. It looks all clean right now, except at the front, it looks like we've got a battle between Nuremberg and Sector. He's going to go with around the outside, sorry. Nuremberg is Sector staying in front, on the inside. A little bit of pushing and shoving going around. FRO Ginger's just behind them right now. Still going side by side on Nuremberg and Sector. Still side by side. Sector gets out in front right now. He starts up, oh, he's still there. Nuremberg gets a good exit. They're here! They're in the wall!
There's been a problem.
What's the problem?
Down the back of the grid, there's been a problem, and it looks like mainly the same team just maybe not having great communication. I'm seeing a lot of white and blue cars at the back. Seemed like coming through turn 1, 2, 3, like turn 6, coming out of turn 6, I think. They were going like 3 wide. And
sorry to cut you off, we're about to go almost 3 wide again. Someone's just gone on the inside. It looks like anybody's just gone on the inside of Sector, who has that wing damage. He's got damage after a little bit of contact on the first lap. He got hit into the wall by Nuremberg. I think they both had like quite a heavy impact to the wall. Our front runners already kind of losing out in this race. Sorry to cut you off there. As they're going side by side behind, it looks like one of the, I'm not sure who that is, except they're going side by side in very tight section of the track.
Mick's just going for a switch back out of the kind of tunnel area, I guess you could call it, and he's going to get that spot, and he's going to allow his teammate to go through as well as Sector pits. So obviously he had some wing damage, as he loses 2 positions there, and then obviously loses the rest by having to pit. And we have Paddleford down 13th, I think.
Looks like it.
Seems like a few teams involved in that. Doesn't look like
oh, hang on.
much team strategy though.
Q-Tip and Nuremberg have just gone onto the Inters. They think it's wet enough for Inters, which I don't personally think it is, but looking at everything, we've already got a few people kind of being split up. I'm seeing a few teams kind of together, some not. But right now, the grid has kind of been jiggled around, and LR guys is back up to the front where he wanted to be. FRL got a couple of drivers together. LR got 3 drivers together. So right now, I think it's looking best for LR. Except here comes Harley Beam. He's going to go up the inside, coming into it. I'm not sure what that is. I thought it was a hairpin, except it's not. It looks like he's going to go at the inside of the VER driver, except he decided to back out of it right now, coming off into the hairpin. He's on the medium tyres, don't forget. Is he going to go at the inside? LRB looks like he's really struggling on those soft tyres in these conditions. It's not gone well for him, except he does get a slightly better exit, probably due to the soft tyres. We're going to want to keep an eye on those into drivers at the back of the grid.
Those into drivers are not having a great time. A sector went straight by them on mediums. It's nowhere near time for what's
yeah. It seems that way. I agree. It's not yet time for ints. It's kind of in that period where it's just kind of the range is kind of vibing on track. It's not really doing much. Oh, Geordie almost loses the rear. Only just keeps it, except here comes FRL. Sorry, that was Ghost. He almost lost the rear. Not Geordie. Geordie's now being able to close up on him just a little bit. After on the exit of the final corner, Ghost got a really big, just kind of slap on the rear. Almost lost the car and put it in the wall. Except Ice-T's all over the back of NLR Cube. I have no idea how to say his name. But we're just going to guess he's pushing him around. He's so close. Look at that exit he's got as well. He's just behind him. He's going to sit in the slipstream DRS. So the DRS is going to be kind of nullified for him. Except he's going to go with the inside. Here he comes coming into turn 4. He's going to go for a wheel. I see. He's made a little bit of wheel banging. He's kind of forced him out wide. Except he's got the move done. I'd say that's fair. Good move from Icy. He's going to want to try and move himself up through this order now. Very good racing. I like it.
Looking at the fight, looking at generally teams, FRL have 2 of their guys in the top 4, and then Finley a little bit more behind, kind of keeping the grid behind. So it's looking like the top 4 are pulling away, and 2 of the people in the top 4 are kind of stranded without teammates in a sandwich of F4L. So
someone's in the wall! Harry Cooper's in the wall! LR Blaze in the wall! We've lost Nipro! Some people have hit him, he's on the track, he's not ghosting! Some people making contact with his lifeless car, which is in the wall! We've lost one of the PMP drivers, we've also lost one of the LR drivers. That's really throwing the grid around. I think some people might got wing damage from that. We've got something going up the inside! A few of the drivers. Oh, look what are NLR doing. There's not enough team communication. They're all just kind of stacking on top of each other, losing time to the drivers ahead. They need to start talking. They need to start thinking who's going to go in front, who's going to decide what. As we have our first few pit stops now, we've lost one of the top LR drivers, which means FRL are just yet in an ever more improving position.
Yeah, we also have Jordy maybe looking at a move on Ghost for P3. It looks like he does have the pace over him as Ghost loses back end. Jordy is going to go for the outside. It looks like he might have it mostly done before the corner. Ghost is going to keep his front wing in there. You'll push him off the track, but FRL Jordy will make the move and keep that P3. So now FRL have 2 guys on the podium. So very, very good racing.
Did you just see that DRS disabled? Everyone who's pit onto the Inters now may have just made the right call. I didn't think he was getting wet enough for Inters, but looking at it, the rain is coming down heavier, and it's coming down harder as the soft runners. They're struggling. Look at them. They're crawling around the track. So I think people like FRL Finley and the people behind him have had an absolute masterclass on going onto these Inters and have made the right call. Look at them. They're gaining, they're gaining, they're gaining. So these Inter tyres look like they are the strongest.
They seem the strongest, but I don't think they're going to lose too much time, because I'm looking at sectors on the mediums. He's not doing too badly. He's not really losing time to Bjorn. He's not doing horribly. So I think they should be just about okay, but I would say that they certainly got unlucky, because the top 4 did have a bit of a gap, and that's obviously when they would have got called in after they had passed the pit, so I think they just got unlucky, but it shouldn't affect them a whole lot.
Yeah, but the gap is really coming down. Look at Finley. Look how much he's close. And look at the spray on the track. That's unbelievable. Oh, hang on. Icy's just gone down the inside of Sector. He's covering someone else in the wall. It looks like Sector might be in the wall. Sector is in the wall. Benny moves up into P11. P10 is for Ice-T now. As we have Sector falling down the order. He's not had a good race. Those medium tyres are not working for him anymore. It's over. It's over for him and VAR. Disappointment. Very sad to see.
Looking at Ginger, he's still leading, come out of the pits, and it looks like they are actually going to keep the top 3 at least. are going to keep their positions just about as Jordy comes out just ahead of his teammate. So I think his teammate will let him through there, coming out on slightly fresher tires. So yeah, the top three have lost time, but not enough that they would lose their positions. They got a bit lucky there.
Yeah, absolutely. The grid looks like it's quite spaced out, other than the only fight I can see right now is kind of down the order with LR Goes, NLR Mitchell, and LRB 2005. But hang on, there goes LR Goes down the inside of Mitchell. Mitchell just kind of looked like he outbroke himself there and went wide. So we've lost Sector. Sector's gone. I think he's just retired that one in the pits, which isn't good because let's remember every single position gives you points. So there's no point retiring into the pits, because that will only lose your team points. But Ghost, he looks like he's going much quicker than NLRB right now. He's gaining, and he's gaining some more. He wants to get that 11th place off him and hopefully close to the cars that are ahead of him. This is the only battle we have on track right now, as Mitch was kind of dropping back off of that, which is kind of disappointing for him. But yeah, maybe Mitchell... I know I can't really drop back, sorry. I wasn't looking at stuff right, but Ghost, he's just kind of sitting on the back of LRB. There's no more DRS, so some of the straights it's not going to be as easy to overtake, especially these into weathers. It's harder to overtake now due to the tricky conditions, of course, and it's being quite a slim track and it being a very narrow. Ghost looks like he's going for it. He's looking down the inside. He cuts the corner just a little bit. LRB giving him just enough room, staying in front right now. But Ghost, he's looking. He's weaning for a way past. He can't find it right now. This has allowed Mitchell to close up just a little bit more. His LR teammate DJ Dio behind him, hopefully, can try and catch up as they fight just a little bit more. The more they fight, the more likely it is for him to catch up. Ghost wants to get past him quickly and efficiently, but that doesn't seem to be happening right now. He's stuck behind him. Not quite, about midway through the race, almost we are right now, but Ghost, he looks like he's got pace. He's going down for it into the first turn. LRB stays in front right now, except he's still on the inside coming into turn 2. He manages to make it. LRB tries to hold it in there, still goes side by side, a little bit of contact going on. There's still side by side, don't go 3 wide. That's not what we want, Mitchell. Stay behind. He's got around the other side, does LR goes, he goes for it. Oh, a little bit of loss of the rear for, LRB. I'm just finding it hard to keep a track of everyone right now. They're all kind of white, so it's hard to see. I think that's not an excuse. I'm just blind. But this means LR Ghost has managed to get up into P11. Mitchell goes into P12. This means LRB has dropped down 2 positions after that little fight with LR Ghost. So LR moving up 1 more position. But let's remember, FRL, look at that, 3 drivers inside the top 3. I mean, they're doing fantastically right now.
Been watching the gap between Polino and Jordy has been very slightly and slowly but surely making ground up on Polino, so he
actually
be challenging for that P2 very
apparently it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. I've just read the chat is apparently it's a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh
no way is that 1, 2, 3, 4. That's absolutely madness. It really is. FRL are bullying.
Yeah. Oh.
That's ridiculous.
I almost swore there. Yeah. That is actually quite surprising. So, after all that, if Finley can just keep Slimbo behind, we could have FRL with I think that would be a clean sweep, right?
Yeah, maximum rake of points. 9 more points would be available for them in this race. That's unbelievable from FRL. But Slimbo, he wants to break that fight up. He's only 8 tenths away. We've lost Benny. PMP Benny is off. He's off on the straight. How though? I think he must have just kind of gone wide into the final corner. Lost a bit of traction, hit a puddle or something, and just kind of spun into the wall. I'm not sure how we lost him, but Slimbo is really gaining. But so is Mitchell on Ghost. Ghost has got 3-second time penalty, the first penalty I've seen so far this race. But we kind of want to keep an eye on Slimbo. We also want to keep an eye on Mitchell, see what they can both do. We've lost LRB from that fight, except behind LRB is DJ Dio. He's closed up. He's closed up quite a lot, actually. Is he going to be able to make a move into turn 4? Will he? He will. No, he won't. He backs out. He doesn't go for it just yet. Probably the right move. Actually, is it the right move? I'm not sure. He decides against it for now. Halfway through this race we are. Slimbo's lost a little bit more time. He said he's kind of going up and down right now. Inconsistent gaps. Mitchell lost a little bit of time to Ghost, which is not what he wants. But DJ Dio is going so much quicker than LRB. He's all over the back of him. all over the back of him. Can he find a way past? We're just going to have to wait and see. Really track extending there. Making the most of the track in the places where you can cut. LRB looks like he goes a little bit wide into the hairpin. Who gets the better exit? It's LRB. PMP Matt gets a 5-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. That's interesting. That may be reduced to 3 seconds after this race. Except we've still got this fight going on between DJ Dio and LRB. It looks like he's not going to be making a move for a while, so we're just going to have to wait. Except we're going to go with Slimbo because he's getting closer and closer to Finley. Is Finley trying to create a gap between him and his FRL teammates? It's only 1/10 in it, but then it's a 6 seconds gap to the kind of group ahead of him, his teammates ahead of him. He's just picked up a 3-second time penalty though, which is really going to hurt his chances, which is not what he wants. But LR Slimbo, he's really close up recently, but the top 3 FRL lads are gaining away, so Finley, maybe he's just putting up a good defensive job, letting his teammates to kind of run away with this race, say bye-bye, and take a FRL 1-2-3, but here comes Slimbo, he's in the slipstream. No DRS though, so he's just not able to make the move. We're going to go down with Coop. Can he make a move on Bjorn? Nope, absolutely not. Too far away. DJ Dio, can he make a move on LRB? If he gets a good exit, it's possible. He looks slidey, but it's okay. He's got the slipstream. It looks like he could maybe make the move on LRB. He's going to come into turn 4. Can he do it? He's on the inside. He's going to go for it. Up the inside does DJ Dio go? No, he kind of backs out of it. He's gone wide though, LRB has. DJ Dio getting really wiggly. Oh, scary stuff. Not what he wants. We're going to go back up to the fight with LR Slimbo and FRL Finley. Slimbo is all over the back of him. And look, Hardly Bean, he's closed up as well. He's now within a second of LR Slimbo ahead of him. So Finley really putting up a defensive job. Now 8 seconds to the cars ahead of him. So he's putting up a huge job for his team. Really doing the dirty work, the donkey work, to make sure his team can get the best possible result. So really well done from Finley.
Yeah, I've just been looking at like what team is where, and PMP have lost 2 of their drivers, and their other 2 are running in 14th and 15th. So not a great run of it for PMP. Obviously, not having the best luck either. Maybe they could come back in the second race. We don't know, but the starting position should help out with that.
Yeah, for sure. The reverse grid. You know, PMP Benny will be starting P4, PMP Nipro will be starting P1, so yeah, that can really throw something into this race, see what they can do from the front of the grid, that they can hold on, because I believe people like Nipro have got good pace, and Benny might too, but you know, our front runners right now, our FRL lads, it's not all sunshine and rainbows for them. They've still got a lot of work to do in Italy. They're going to have to come from the back of the grid to try and win this race. LR Slimbo is still kind of closing in on Finley, except Finley.
Yeah, and Hardy's caught up to these 2 as well. So we have a 3-way fight for P4 as he gets very close and Finley loses back in slightly. This is going to be a switchback move. He tries it. He gets his front wing in there and he's going to go for another switchback maybe. He does do so, and he might be able to pull alongside, but he just can't do it, and he's going to have to stick behind for another lap.
Finney's really putting in a work. He's putting in a task right now. Look at that. Almost 10 seconds. He's just keeping these drivers behind him. Hardly and Finley are screaming. They want to get past. They want to do anything to get their team just those few more points. Let's remember, Finley has a penalty. Hardly has a penalty. Slimbo does not. So right now, as it stands, Slimbo is going to be able to take P4. It just depends. Can he get P4 on track or not? He's got 6 laps to try and make the overtake. Can he do it? I mean, who knows? It's a 10-second gap to cars ahead of him, so there's no way he's catching them unless one of them spins.
I wouldn't count out people like Bjorn, Cube, and
yeah.
Ice-T, because they're in their little train of their own and they are catching up.
Oh yeah, so they are.
P4, so I mean, they're almost there actually. It'll only be another lap or 2. So you could see quite the fight for P4. While the top 3, all FRL, just kind of pull away and dominate this race. I mean, if you look at the track map, they're a few corners ahead. And is Slimbo making a move? No, still he has to stick behind Finley. So Finley really keeping these guys behind.
Oh, hang on. Oh, it looked like Hardy was getting really close to the back, but Finley I mean, is it at the point where the gap's big enough? Can he just try and push and make that gap get those 3 seconds to get a 1, 2, 3, 4 for FRL? We're going to have to wait and see. Can Slimbo break up that little party? He's getting really close to Finley. Is he going to be able to make the move?
Yeah.
Looks around the outside. He's looking. He's going for it. He goes out wide to try and make the move on Finley. It looks like... I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Looks like Finley gives him the room. Here comes Harley.
Yeah,
Harley's going for it.
Side.
Slimbo's lost out. Oh, Harley's going side by side with Slimbo. Slimbo's still trying to hold it.
For Finley to try and get away now as well. So they're going to go side by side through a very tight section. And Slimbo, there has been a slight contact between him and Harley, and he goes straight on.
Hello.
And now all of a sudden, what I said would happen actually happened in the next half a lap, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars going for this P4.
It's actually... oh yeah, sorry, 6. I was about to say 8 because I saw it up to P8, but no. Those front runners are absolutely miles away. There's no touching them. But Harley Beam is now up into P5, going to try and make that move on Finley into P4. But Slimbo, he's lost out after that little fight. A little bit of contact. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 2, I think. I'm not sure who that is. One of the back markers, I believe. But, oh, Slimbo's getting really loose on the rear. But Finley and Harley Beam, they're kind of creating a gap now. I think Finley started pushing. Harley's been able to kind of go with that. Slimbo is still technically in P4 after the penalties. But kind of cute Born,
looks like Harley got a much better, Finley got a much better exit compared to Harley there. And he's got now about a 7/10 gap. If he can keep this up, he might be able to break the DRS this lap.
There is no DRS, so...
Oh, well...
wouldn't make a difference.
It's slipstream then.
Yeah, for sure. Slipstream, that'll do. But, yeah, I mean, Finley and Harley, they were gaining, and it's kind of just steadied out around 1.1, 1.2 seconds now, so... Slimbo, he's going to want to try and make that gap pop.
Slimbo is certainly struggling. His teammate is behind him, so I think he might be letting him through. Speaking of his teammate though, Cube is right behind him. He's gonna actually have a look down the inside. He was a bit later on the brakes, but didn't fully commit and did decide that that move wasn't worth it. He's so close to Bjorn right now.
Okay, so Kevin's mic is just cut out, so we're going to take over from that. I have no idea what's just happened. I might have just gotten that type of something. In the middle of this, we've got beautiful helicopter shots. We see these 3 drivers, LR Bjorn, Cube and Ice-T, all in a nice little train. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, look at that helicopter shot. That is beautiful. I like it. Oh, and then I lose it the second I turn off the UI. That's just disappointing, but look at Harley. He's really close to Finley. Finley... he's still creating that gap. Oh, Harley's so close to him, but he just cannot make that move. 4 laps to go.
Finley's made a small mistake. Harley's right up the back of him now. He might be able to look for it. He is going to pressure him, but nothing's going to come. Oh, and Slimbo's in the wall.
Oh, no.
He's went too deep, and he went into the barrier, and he's out of this race.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, I see that. He has gone too deep. That's also a danger for other cars, maybe, if that car is removed from the track quite quickly. Because it looks like he's not ghosting. We almost had, I think it was Ghost, his own teammate, almost hitting him there. But is it me or is this rain getting a bit heavier? Because this looks like heavy rain.
I that's you. It is certainly getting a little bit heavier right now.
I'm seeing more and more people kind of struggling.
I wouldn't say it's going to get bad enough for full wets, especially that... usually inters aren't too bad in full wet conditions anyway, so they're going to be going into the end. But yeah, with Slimbo out of the picture though, if these 2 guys in 4th and 5th can get enough of the gap, they might be able to, and they seem to be getting that gap, by the way.
They are.
They might be able to just clinch and keep these positions on penalties.
Yeah, it just depends who's going to come out on top. Oh, never mind.
Harley's got another penalty there.
Right now, it's going to be Finley.
Penalty for Harley.
Oh, hang on, he's going to go for the inside, is he? Oh, I was excited then. I thought he was going to go for the move. Singapore just really isn't giving us many overtaking opportunities right now. He's just kind of sitting behind the Finley train, if I'm honest. I hop on board. Anyone's free, anyone's welcome. You're not getting in front, but you're staying here. But Harley's... he's got another penalty which is not going to help his chances, so the drivers behind are catching a little bit. The more they fight, the more they catch. So
it's a 5-second pen.
I've seen.
pretty much out of the running for the win. But I mean, in terms of a team, it's kind of a team game, and that won't really affect him at all.
Yeah, there's no drivers.
The gap that Finley's made.
Of course, I mean, it has to be quite a catastrophic mistake to be able to lose that win, if I'm honest. But yeah, I'd say there's no drivers championship, so it's all about the teams in this one. Who can finish on average the highest in the teams? So I'd say right now, FRL, they're sitting pretty and they're having a great time at the top of the standings. But with the reverse grid, who knows what will happen in the next race? Can they get another 1, 2, 3, 4? It's unlikely, but maybe.
Yeah, certainly anything's possible. Italy is a track that's not, as I said at the start, no stranger to overtakes. So yeah, could see them fighting through the field.
Absolutely. I mean, right now, FRO, I think, are dominating the points quite a lot, as NNR have kind of got a couple of people mid-pack, and one in 7th, one in 5th, not too bad, but FRO currently definitely dominating. LR have got quite a spread out bunch of people. One is retired, you got LR Blaze down in 15th, 9th for Ghosts, which is kind of disappointing, because they seem to have really good pace and could have maybe done really well in this. Hang on a second, Mitchell, speaking of Ghosts, he's just gone past Ghosts. Has Ghost made a mistake? I think he might have done, because he's just lost that position, but hardly. He's still just sitting behind Finley. We've not seen any overtakes. We've got about 2 laps to go of this race. Are we going to see any last gasp, like, overtakes, or is we're just going to see everyone sitting behind us? Oh, Polino Bros has spun.
Polino's made a mistake.
Has he got wing damage?
A wing still?
Yep, full wing. Hardy's just got another penalty, which has completely destroyed
it.
it.
Not too bad for him then. He can just keep going. Nothing to see here.
I mean, 21 seconds still. It's all good. Just continue on your way. We're all happy. It's now down to 12 seconds, but that's not going to make a difference, is it? Harley's got another penalty, which is going to take him out of contention. But what can Bjorn, Kyope, and Ice-T do? They're all really close now. This train which split up.
Bjorn, yeah, he got a bit excited there, maybe on the throttles. Tried to go a little bit early, and obviously the car said, "Don't like that," and you have to save it.
I've seen that. We've seen
yeah,
a few people.
Looking at how penalties are going to work out, it looks like Finley might be able to clinch a P6, but with hardly having 2, he's going to drop to 8th for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely going to drop positions depending on who behind him has penalties, but yeah, now this train which did split up is now kind of come together again as Finley's brought the pack up a little bit hard. He's basically out of contention for anything right now. He's got too many penalties and it's basically over for him, I think. So we're just going to have to wait and see who does what in this train. Is anyone going to make any moves in these last couple of laps? We're going to have to wait and see. I mean, right now they're all just kind of sitting behind each other.
If anyone's going to make a move, it's going to be Hardley, because he's been right up the gearbox of Finley. I'm sure he knows the ins and outs of his engine.
Oh, here he comes.
But now he is actually going to pull to the side. He's going to be alongside. He's going to go for it. Down the inside, he's going to squeeze him out on the exit, and he is finally going to make that move. And
finally,
he's going to be able to start making a gap.
Finally, someone's been able to get past Finley. Is this going to be where Finley tumbles down the order? Now we haven't got an FRO 1 track 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've got a FRO 1, 2, 3, and then a 4 of NLR. And now Hardly, he's already gaining. He's gaining quite a lot. Finley is now got the rest of his train to hold up. Can anyone else get past him on this final lap? We're going to have to wait and see. Hardy's managed to do it finally after many laps. Is all we can see. Like you said, he knows the ins and out of that rear wing, gearbox, engine, everything about it. He can draw it by memory from now, I imagine.
Yeah, but it looks like he certainly had the pace over Finley, and now he's showing that if he was ahead earlier, he could have made that gap. But is it too late now, though? Because he is going to need a 3-second gap. He's got 1.4 second now. Will he be able to make that time up that he needs? Looking at Finley though, Bjorn is close. Could he maybe go for a better line at the exit?
Oh, he
Bjorn is
goes
going to
for
go
it.
down the inside
Oh,
now.
that's close. That's risky. A little bit of contact. Finley almost hit the barrier there. That's only going to lose them time, which means Hardly Beam, he might be able to clinch onto a P5 maybe or something like that. Bjorn is desperate for this P5. Depends on penalties really. Bjorn could be making a big mistake by doing this and losing himself a P4 because I don't think he has any penalties. Finley does. So no matter what, I think Bjorn might be getting this place anyway. So is it worth fighting as out Hardly's about to get a 3-second gap to Finley. So, hang on, Ice-T and Cube.
At the back of this train, between the two, or no, not the two, different teams. But yeah, Ice-T is gonna lose out to Cube, down that straight. Looks like.
Oh, Bjorn's gone up the inside. He's made a little bit of contact with Finley. Finley's almost off the track. Bjorn's only just been able to kind of keep it on the track with Finley. Finley almost kind of came back on track in front, but the Cube's all over him, pushing him, touching him all the way through that corner.
Looks like he might have a bit of. No, he doesn't have a.
Oh, doesn't he? He's just gone really slowly right now, which means Hardly he might be able to keep that P4. Bjorn's managed to get past Finley after that interesting move, we'll call it. There's Hardly Beam's 5-second penalty. We're gonna have to see what happens after penalty. 6 seconds. Bjorn gets P4.
Oh, and Finley's
Cube
gonna
5th.
drop down
Oh
to
god.
7.
Yes, indeed. Where did Hardly go? He's gone down to P8,
Yeah,
so
yeah, wait, what happened there?
many penalties is all I can assume. PMP Mac finishes a lap down. LRB is going to come across the line soon. Same with LR Blaze, they'll come across the line soon. But yeah, I mean, look how close that is for Ice-T and Cube. Only 1/10 splitting them. But yeah, Bjorn gets P4, Cube P5, Ice-T P6. Finley P7, Hardly P8, but let's talk about FRL. 1, 2, 3. What a commanding race.
Lock out the podium. Yeah,
That's
I mean,
unbelievable.
like they had Finley in fourth. I mean, that like early on they had the perfect situation where they were running a 1, 2, 3, 4, and obviously Finley kept everyone behind, so top three could go out and control the race, and that's exactly what they did. Despite 5-second penalty from one of them and a small mistake, they were able to keep it quite dominantly.
Yeah, more than quite dominantly, absolutely dominantly. That Finley put in the work earlier and just kind of held everybody up behind him. I'm not sure if it's a lack of pace or planned strategy, but it worked for them for sure. Getting a 1, 2, 3, looking at the podium. Now we're going to see 3 of the FRL boys on the podium. Here they are now. Sadly, they've all got different suits, so it's less satisfying. But see the number 22 of our winner today, which was it Ginger?
That is a satisfying shot, though.
That is satisfying. Beautiful. A Dutch, a Scot, and an Italian. The Italian's got his home race next, so hopefully he can put in another performance like that and get on the podium in front of his home crowd. Is it likely? Probably not with that reverse grid, but we're going to have to wait and see. But FRL on top of the championship standings right now. It's 35 points for first and other stuff for other points, and I don't know what it is. So anyway, yeah, it looks like, oh, Finley had, sorry, is that Hardly? Yeah, Hardly with 11 seconds. Finley only had 3, but it still cost him many positions. So we had Ginger winning, Geordie in second, Polino Bros in third, LR Bjorn getting P4 for LR, NLR getting P5, Ice-T 4, I think that's VER and P6. We've got FRL Finley, the next FRL driver to be in P7, which is still decent, being inside the top 10. NLR Hardly Beam into P8 with many penalties, which is going to be disappointing for him. LR guys rounds out P9 for LR, and rounding out the top 10, which is what I was meant to say, is NR DJ Deal with NLR Mitchell behind him. I'm not sure who else finished where behind him, but it looks like that was Nuremberg behind him, and then someone and someone and someone and someone. But anyway, coming on to Italy, reverse grid. FRL are going to be starting at the back. Reverse grid. What do you think is going to happen in this race, Kevin?
Looking at that performance that FRL put in, I think it's going to be them certainly coming through the field. PMP has a chance to redeem themselves, of course, after a not great showing in the first race, so they could come back with pretty good starting positions, and should produce some good racing.
Yeah, apparently Finley had damage in that race, so that's probably why he was being able to hold up everyone so dramatically. But I'm going to take a quick toilet break because I need it. So never drink a pint before commentary. I need to learn that lesson because I keep doing it and it's never ending well for me. Back in a sec. Hello, I'm back. At least they haven't started without me, but let's take some time to talk about Italy. Kevin, you there?
Yep.
Beautiful. Okay, let's take some time to talk about Italy now. The run into the first corner, always lethal, I'd say. Someone might go for an almighty lunge up the inside and take out 16 cars with them, but yeah, first corner, people have they're going to need to take it easy, I would say. Do you agree?
Into the first corner, this track, people going side by side everywhere because of the nature of it and how much of a run down turn one there is. Yeah, I think if you're a driver there, you are going to have to be keeping it quite conservative, especially for the FRL boys. They're at the back. If they want to come to the field, I think they're going to have to get through turn one. So I think all three of them are really going to have to be quite conservative if they want to really move up in this race. Because, I mean, if you are conservative, you could gain like 3-4 positions.
Yeah, for sure. The first lap is going to be very crucial on this track. As 3 chicanes, it's got with a couple of fast right-handers with it. Parabolica, the final corner, also an overtaking opportunity. So yeah, we've got some overtaking opportunities on this track. You know, like you said, no stranger to overtakes. First corner can work. Second chicane, maybe not the best idea. Scary also if you get a good run to it. I mean, a lot of overtaking opportunities on this track. Very straight, very fast.
I think for this track, it's easy to go side by side, but not easy to pull off the overtake. Would be a good way to describe this track. Because, I mean, in the start for the straight, you can easily get side by side and make a move in the straight. But if you're still side by side into turn one, it is quite tight. So keeping it clean there, keeping a very good overtake is difficult. Again, second straight coming on the second chicane. If you're side by side through there, you can expect to maybe get pushed off or have to push someone else off a little bit just to make the corner. And then again with the Scary, because it's just such a quick corner and there's really only one line for it. So when you need to leave space for someone else next to you, it's gets very tight.
Yeah, this track isn't very wide in most of its corners, and then you also got the 2 Lesmos, which if anyone goes for a move in there, you're absolutely insane, and I'm going to tell you that now. Okay, apparently we need you to turn your mic volume up, because apparently you're too quiet. So I'm also going to change my settings I'm going to change... Can my thing work? Sorry, I need to change my settings for that. To help with it. There we go. Beautiful. Hopefully she should be louder now, so... Yeah. But anyway, Italy. Exciting track, exciting racing. Kimi's also got the fastest ever lap in F1 around here, so that makes me very happy. Will not lie to you, so... Yeah, looking into Italy, it's going to be exciting. FRL, they're going to want to be able to make their way through the field, and then PMP, I think, yeah, they're starting on pole right now with Nipro, and you got Benny in P3, so PMP maybe looking for a slightly better race than last time, I'd say so. Yeah, let's look at who's starting on what tyre. We've got the majority of the grid on the mediums. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on the softs. Everyone else going on to the mediums. So, what do you think about that strategy, Kevin?
I mean, if everyone goes for it, then no one gets the advantage. So, I think maybe people on softs might be on a slightly better strategy. I mean, being out of sync with everyone else, they won't have to fight as much. They could make up the time in clean air. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, in theory, it is a better strategy, and it's the one that, like, no-brainer that you would go for to be quicker at the end. But it seems everyone's done it. And as I said, if everyone does the same strategy, no one benefits.
Yeah, that's just kind of stuck people up in the pits anyway. So maybe the soft runners, if PMP Matt can get through the field, cut his way through the front runners quickly, then maybe we could be looking at him at the front. But it really kind of depends on people's overall pace. Also, I'm seeing a new face, Catboy Kai. I don't remember seeing him in the last race, but he's here, and I guess he's a welcome surprise. So. Hello. I'm not sure where he came from.
Looks like he's racing for
VER.
Can you say that name? It's V something.
VER. Virtual Esports Racing.
Okay. Got it now.
There you go. Good lad. But anyway, yeah, most people gone for the mediums.
Sexters has made quite the gap to P1.
He has.
Not sure how loud that is.
Nah, sure, it's allowed enough in the league.
Garlands.
I mean, I'd say so, but this is league racing and everything, and I've definitely seen gaps bigger than 10 car lengths, such as Harry Cooper with apparently 14 seconds, which is very cool as he's lagging, or LRB's. Someone's lagging. One of his LR teammates. Hang on a second, I've just realised PMP Matt got disqualified from the formation lap. That's interesting. But anyway, as the drivers line up on the grid, we're going to wait for a good camera angle. We've got PMP on the front, VER in second, PMP in third. So, PMP also in fifth. So, PMP hopefully making amends to their start. I got an awful camera angle for the first corner, but it's all good. I can't see the lights, but the 5 red lights are on. And they're gone away racing in Italy in the second round of the PMP eSports event. Looks like Nipro's got a good start. Sector behind him also getting good start. Except, is he going to go side by side? Sector going up the inside. Coming into the first corner. Can he do it? There's not always much room. Sector goes for it. He's into P1 right now. There's a lot of side by side actually going on in the back of the grid. I can't see much. A lot of stuff changing. And gun the top 7 of this race. Coming into turn 3. I'm seeing a little bit of wing damage or something at the back. Some gaps forming. People go side by side through turn 3. Everything seems mostly clean right now. I don't know if anyone really had to cut the first corner. Oh, there's got tight. They got 3 wide. There goes one in the PMP, boys. PMP match just completely sliced that corner. He had no regard for even trying to take it. He just went straight over the bumps. And now he's moved himself up into P3. Now coming into the Les Wells. Hopefully we're not seeing too many people going side by side through here. Which we are seeing. We've got Benny in the gravel. Benny in the gravel is there on. Oh, so it's at the wall! So it's flipped! And he's hit him! PMP, Benny has hit him! There's some more crashes down the order. I think that's LR Blaze. He's just flipped in the air. He's just gone flying side by side into a Sky. We've got quite a few people doing that right now as well. Coming up the inside is one of the NLR boys as well. We've got 3 of the FRO lads still all close together, getting out of the carnage.
Someone has made a massive mistake. That's,
I see, that's one of the VRs.
There, and he's into the wall at the exit of the Sky. He was trying to save it, but on the curb, I guess, or maybe he clipped the grass on the right. He lost it and hit the wall on the left. I'm not sure how you go from all the way to right, all the way to left, but he did, so I guess it's possible.
I mean, he managed it, so never mind, eh? Hello Slimbo and LR Mitchell are going side by side. PMP Max on really slowly in front of me. He has to back out there. They're still going side by side to the front as well. LR Mitchell is trying to make the move on PMP back. PMP goes to the ball. Seconds round. Nipper's hit him. Nipper's round as well. So is Slimbo. Slimbo's round. Loads of people round. Our top riders are gone. They're round. They've got wing damage at the first corner. They just made a little bit of cross, so people went slowly. And then people just start going through. I'm not sure what happened. He said Nuremberg is out fighting. There's a lot of fighting going on the front. DJ Dios has to back out Nuremberg going over the inside, coming into the second chicane with all of me. Nuremberg's round as well. Everyone's going off. There's carnage in this race. Finley's up into P11 already, and all the FRO lads, they still seem to be going quite cleanly, but there's absolute carnage in this race. NLR Mitchell, I got someone's just gone up the inside. DJ Dill is just beyond. He's just gone into P5 into his second Lesmo. What a move that is.
Yeah,
People,
it looks like Keop is going to go for a move on his NLR teammate into Scary. I'm not sure if he'll be let through though. If they're fighting, then it's just not very clever, and they seem to fight that. They didn't seem to want to let either one through, so maybe a bit of a disagreement there.
yeah,
but, he's going to have Slipstream on his teammate once again. Of course, going through with Scary, they have lost time. You can see how much time they've lost. They've lost about like half a tenth to Jordan, so it means Dio won't be able to be making a move on this straight at least. And once again, Cube is going to go for a move.
oh my god, they go 3 wide into the first corner, 3 wide on the front. Sorry to cut you off there, Kevin, but they go 3 wide. PMP man cannot be, and somebody else, except someone's backed out. It's on the VAR as they're still going side by side, coming into the first corner. It's going to say all the same, a little bit of contact going on. Please don't spin again. That's not what we want. This means NR Bjorn has been able to catch up just a little bit to that front group, and NR Mitchell, he's flown away. He's 3 seconds ahead. But yeah, a little bit of disagreement between the NR boys, but look at FRL. Look at where they are. 8, 9, 11. Perfect for them. Fantastic.
Yeah, it looks like Mitchell actually has got himself quite a lead in first 3 laps. Seems he's about the only person who hasn't been involved in something or seen something.
Absolutely.
So yeah, everything's just happening behind him, and he's just been able to make that gap of almost 3 seconds already.
Yeah, it's a really good start for him, just staying out of the trouble, that's what you want to do. But oh, there's a bit of contact, I think, with Geordie on DJ Dio. DJ Dio's gone off on the grass, he's cutting the screen. Oh, so it's round! What did the FRO let his round take with VAR? Yeah, they're round in the Scary.
Round. He doesn't have damage, but he's of course going to lose a lot of time from that.
Oh, that's so disappointing for FRO, but it doesn't matter, they're still going quickly. Ascari has claimed some victims. This race has been utter carnage. I've no idea what to think of it. We've got some people in the pits. He said we've got about 4 cars coming into turn 1. It's one of the NLR lads. He's going to go with the inside. Don't take it 3 wide. Don't you dare take it 3 wide.
Oh,
he looks like
he's gone way too deep into turn 1. That's PMP Mac. He's gone straight on. That was way too, I think, a bit ambitious on how many people he could overtake into one corner.
Oh, we lost Sector.
He loses out a bit there.
I think Sector's just retired in the pits. That's not what we want to see. We've seen a lot of people in the pits, I'm assuming, with the wing damage. So, the start of this race has been absolute carnage. It's not what I like to see. People just crashing into each other all over the place. I was expecting this from Singapore, not Italy. So, yeah. Hold on, that's very cool. But then we've got...
It looks like the FRL lads, despite having a pretty decent first 2 or 3 laps, they've fell back down. You can see the gaps that they have. Of course, they have pit, but I think they could have been a little better off and not have had to pit quite so early.
Yeah, I agree. They stayed out of the incidents and they suddenly got all back in them, and it just really ruined it for them. They've lost FRL Ginger, their race winner from last race. They lost him with Sector, crashed in the Scary. I think just a little bit of contact was made. We've got a few of the front runners pitting now. We've got NLR Mitchell and NLR Cube both going into the pits. Yeah, this is where most soft runners look like they're going to be pitting right now. And people going on to the mediums. I've just noticed that Nipro has moved on to the hards though after his pit stop. So maybe he's trying to go a little bit further, can't take mediums to the end, hasn't got confidence in times. But look at NLR, Harley Beam, he's really pushing Benny through Parabolic. He's getting really close.
It's going to be close between Cube and Jordy. Actually, it's not going to be close between them. Yes, Polino actually goes past his teammate Jordy there. Looks like he let him through without too many problems. So at least someone's actually thinking a bit more of the team and not fighting people that they don't need to be fighting.
Yeah, for sure. I saw that from NLR. They're just not having much team communication. I saw it in Singapore and I'm seeing it again now. They're just not talking to each other, but Harley Beams managed to get past Benny, so I thought, hang on a second. That's Nuremberg. He's made a mistake into the second chicane. I'm noticing a lot of people making a lot of mistakes onto their braking and they're just kind of flying off into the middle distance and going across the chicane. So I think a lot of people right now are struggling with their brakes and getting the cars stopped, which is certainly interesting. DRS is also a big part of this race. We've got a few people kind of spreading right. Hang on, LR Ghost is just
Ghost
pit.
is now in for his one and only stop, and so is LRB from the leading positions to see
Ghost is on the
what
mediums.
happens with them. Mitchell was leading before. We'll see where he comes out compared to them. Looks like he's going to have quite the gap.
Oh, someone's
actually.
gone off in a Scary. Who's that off in a Scary?
Looks like Mac.
Mac, yeah.
Mac.
He hasn't been having a good race, except hang on a second. Here comes Polino. He's going to go up the inside of Coupe. Can Jordy do it too? Jordy looks at it. Polino managed to make the position into P5. NLR Coupe has to concede it. No point fighting into first corner. That's never going to end well. Jordy, he looked like he wanted to go for the move as well, except that just wasn't really on, if I'm honest. So, yeah, it's fair enough. PMP Mac retires. I think he just retired that manually as well, which is not what you want because that means your team is not going to get points. So retiring on purpose is not the way to go, especially if you want to think about the team. So PMP are having an awful weekend. That's all I can say. PMP not having a good time. Look at that. P10, P12, P17 and a retirement. It's not going well for them at all.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. They're gonna, actually I've picked up Cube is getting passed by Jordy now into Scary. Cube kind of didn't really give him much space there and almost took him and Jordy out. Luckily they didn't, but now he's going to be able to pull alongside and he's going to go for it into the final corner and he is going to make it. And also now Finley is going to have a look at Cube as well, so maybe he'll get past by the end of the straight, although maybe Cube is coming back at Jordy. Jordy moves left and back to the right. He is allowed to do it as long as his car is not too close. And he's going to pull to the left is Cube, and he's going to try it around the outside of turn 1. He'll turn the inside for turn 2. He might be able to just squeeze him out. And he does just that. He keeps his P5.
What the FRL is going to do? Who's going to come out in front coming into this chicane? Look, they're going side by side to turn 3. Are they going to communicate? Is either of them going to try and make the move on Coupe? Coupe parks it in the middle of the track, so it looks like Finley has backed out Jordy. He's going to try and make the move around the outside on Coupe, except it's not going to happen right now. NLR currently in P5. Coupe keeps that P5 right now. Finley following up behind him, but FRL are still having a really good race. Polino Bros is in P3 after not making a pit stop, but Finley and Jordy P5, P6, that's really good for them right now. So yeah, FRO still looking like they're the dominant force in this 3-week championship.
Yeah, now Jordy's coming back again into Ascari, but this time he's a lot more alongside and he's going to get that move and he's going to take that corner all to himself. And he gets that P5, but once again though, Cube is going to come back in slipstream. There's no DRS on this straight at least. P4 isn't too far up the road either though, so if they stop fighting, maybe they could actually push for a podium. Polino is actually in a podium position. You can see the top 2 as well, who are fighting, and Ghost goes past Mitchell to take the lead of this race.
Yeah, it was an easy move for Ghost, except it looks like Hughes managed to get past Jordy again. No DRS on that main straight for Jordy as he was in front of the DRS detection zone. So I lost him the position again. So these FRL lads having quite a big fight. Finley's just following up behind them. Cannot make the move on his teammate or NLRQ.
Oh, and Mitchell has had a bit of a mistake there in the second chicane. He had to opposite lock to save his car, and he does just that, but not sure why that happened, but lucky to and good car control to keep his car on the track.
Yeah, really good from him. I didn't see it sadly, but anyway, Jordy, he's closing up to Cube into Ascari. Oh, hang on, he's actually going to do it. He's going to go quite easily into Ascari. Cube gives him the space, gives him the room. Happy days for him. Now is it Finley's turn?
identical to last lap, but then identical to last lap as well is that Cube is going to get the slipstream, but this time he might be able to go for it into Parabolica. He's going to pull to the right, have a look, but he's not going to be able to make it. Now Finley, actually, after Cube's bad exit, he didn't get the best entry either. Finley's going to go for it maybe. Jordy's a little bit more ahead, so it looks like Jordy's finally going to be able to keep that spot. He pulls to the right, he is in slipstream his Cube. He is going to have to stick behind, but can Finley now do anything to try and get past Cube? Well, Cube maybe is a bit more vulnerable as he doesn't have as much slipstream off Jordy. Doesn't look like it. Looks like he's a little bit too far back.
Yeah, I think Jordy just wants to make that second gap to make it easy for his FRL teammate Finley to make it past NLR Coupe. So right now, FRL is still looking very, very strong. I don't think they have to make another pit stop. I'm guessing that softs can go quite a long way into this race. So yeah, it's interesting to see, but Cube is on the mediums compared to these two.
P2, he's certainly in a podium position at least. He's in the slipstream. It looks like Mitchell is on the back foot. Of course, he doesn't have anyone in front of him to get slipstream from. And through with Scary, it looks like Polino has been just a little bit more confident through it, and he is going to be in the slipstream. He's not going to go for it into Parabolica because surely he closes up quite a lot. He's going to have DRS coming onto the start from the straight. Looks like pretty equal in terms of exits, but now as Mitchell lags backwards. Paulino is going to get the DRS as he gets squeezed to the left.
Oh.
And also, is that's someone from LR? That's Bjorn having a look as well.
He went for it, he tried it, he looked like he was going to maybe make it 3 wide, except that it still goes side by side coming around into turn 3. Bjorn is going to be around the outside, NLR Mitchell loses 2 positions. Here comes Bjorn, he's making the most of this fight. They still go side by side. Don't make it 3 wide into this section. Oh, a little bit of contact. I've got awful cameras. I have no idea who's in front right now. It looks like it's
almost. Mitchell was trying to look for a gap, hoping that the gap would open up, but nothing came of it, and he almost put Bjorn right into Polino and caused a massive crash. But luckily, that wasn't the case, and now Polino can push on a bit into second. He goes. And Bjorn also in third almost made a double overtake and may well have been able to pull it off if it wasn't for Mitchell trying to go for a gap that wasn't really there. But luckily to have all 3 of them still going.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing LR Bjorn going for that move into turn 1 as well on Polino with that slipstream in DRS. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Mitchell, I think he's just a little bit too far away to be able to make that move. Only technically 3 laps to go. LR Ghost currently sitting pretty up front. But what can Bjorn do? Is he going to be able to close enough to Polino to make a move into turn 1? He pulls over to the outside. Polino moves back over. Oh, looks like he's going to switch back there to Bjorn. As Mitchell, he's looking for a bit of contact, pushing him, sliding him. That was interesting. I'm not sure what was going on under the brakes or the throttle there, but yeah, that was certainly interesting from those two. This means Mitchell's very close. He's close up, way up to Bjorn, except nothing's going to come. No moves is going to happen to his second chicane. None of them are close enough right now, except FRL Jordy. Is he going to be able to close up to this fight? Finley still hasn't managed to find a way past Cube, as Cube is just sticking in that slipstream in DRS of FRL Jordy. So yeah, really interesting currently at the front for these battles, except FRL Ginger, he looks like he wants to make his way back inside the top 10 to make the move on LRB, to be able to get more points for his currently, in the first race, dominating team. Here he goes, into a scar, he makes a little bit of contact with the car in front of him, still making more contact. That was interesting. FRL Ginger, he's going to go around the outside into a scar, he looks like he's going to go for it, he goes for it, side by side, just about, only just managed to get through there. He makes a move on LRB, only just, as we're seeing a few more people get penalties and everything.
Talking about that, I'm not sure if he caught, but Finley got past Cube as well.
Just seen that, yeah. I think Finley gets DRS as well.
With the yellow flag in Sector 3, maybe he won't be able to make a move. He will now, though, and he is right up the back. He's going to go for the inside, finding space that I didn't see 2 seconds ago, but he's made the space there for him. And now he's going to get that position back, but now with this fighting, it looks like he's not going to have good enough slipstream or any DRS from the car in front anymore, so it is a fight for P6 that they're going for now, as LRB gets a 10-second time penalty for corner.
Oh yeah. Maybe he just completely missed out the first chicane. I have no idea why you got 10 seconds for that, but we've got fights all over the track right now. It's way more interesting. Ginger gets past Hardley. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I got the rev glitch with Hardley, so we're gonna have to move on from that one. We've got fighting everywhere. Everyone's so close. Only 2 laps to go, remember. But it looks like LR Ghost right now. He's dominating this race. Look at him. He's already through a Scary before anyone even touches it. So we've got a few slipstream DRS trains going on. Who can make what moves where? We're just going to have to wait and see. It's all going to come down to this final lap, which Ghost is going to take for us very, very shortly. So, looking at it, it looks like Harley's got a really good exit. He's all over the back of FRO Ginger. What can he do into Parabolic? Or you think he's going to get the DRS? He's going to make the move before or after the DRS detection. A little bit of contact. Oh, Harley's round! Harley's in the wall. He's lost his wing as well on the final lap. On the second final lap, sorry. Coming onto the final lap, Harley. He's sitting in the wall. It's all over. Contact in Parabolica. His race over Cubes and Finley. They're going side by side into turn 1. They're making a little bit of contact. They still go side by side. Lock it up with the brakes. A little bit more wheel rubbing. Cube is in ahead right now. Cube stays ahead of Finley as they're coming into the first corner. Everyone's rubbing and racing. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with the driving standards in this race, but it's all gone to the dogs. It's unbelievable. I mean, I'm seeing way too much contact and way too much crashing, if I'm honest. It's not what we want to see in this event, but hopefully that improves over time. But what can Finley do? He wants to get past Cube. He wants to get that P6 for FRL. Can it be an FRL 5-6-3? What would it be? Depends on what Finley can do coming into Ascari. Is he going to be close enough to Coop? Will he? It looks like he might be. He's close. He pulls over to the outside. He's going to go around the outside coming into Ascari. He makes it.
Mitchell almost lost it coming out of Ascari there. He had to correct his car and then
PMP Nuremberg! Sorry, he just lost the rear. He flew through Ascari. Was really trying for... Yeah, and then just lost the rear, slaps into the wall. Sorry to cut you off there. Ginger, he's just made it past LRB. I have no idea what happened to LRB. He's just lost the position to Ginger. But Ghost takes the win for LR. Coming across the line. It's going to be FRL Finley in P4. A 3-4-5 for FRL. P9 for Ginger. FRL, which is good. What is LRB doing? Why is he doing donuts? Mate, you still get points. You still get points if you cross the line in 11th. Oh, fuck. Great driving standards, well done, lads.
Yeah, FRL did well to come back through the field, but I mean, you can't take anything away from LR. They've got a 1-2.
Why are they doing donuts? Just cross the line. I hate... Just cross the line. No one wants to see you do donuts. You're annoying. But anyway, LR Ghost takes a great win by 4 seconds. Pretty dominant all race. I'd say LR Bjorn gets P2. So LR 1-2. Very nice to see. And then we got 3 FRO drivers. Again, one on the podium. I mean, FRO, it looks like they're really looking to try and take the win of this championship. Let's be honest. They're doing unbelievably well.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, it looks like they've utilised the team strategy better than any other team. I mean, they weren't fighting each other. When they did go side by side, they basically chose one driver and said, you go through into that corner and we'll keep pressing on. And seems other teams didn't do that quite as well. So I think in terms of team strategy, they're doing really well. And because of that, I think it's helping them to get a few more positions, and obviously they're leading now for sure. So
absolutely,
yeah.
But anyway,
they've done really well.
We've had an Italian on the podium, which is what the Tifosi love to see. I know it's not Ferrari, but it's still an Italian on the podium. So I imagine I'm seeing quite a lot of Italian in the chat. So they're over the moon. But we got 2 LR drivers, 1 of Ghosts, 2 of Bjorn, Finley, Geordie, and Polino, Finley and Geordie, all FRL lads, really keeping their championship lead, really flying high. NLR getting a decent result with Mitch on Cube coming 6 and 7, Nuremberg in P8, Ginger and P9 for FRL, not the best, but still decent, being inside the top 10. DJ DL for NLR coming through it to round out the top 10. You have PMP Benny and P11, PMP Nipro and P12. PMP have not had a good time, except, all I say, LRB and Catboy Kai. You've kind of ruined it for your team, if I'm honest. You didn't get as many points as you could have because you tried to do donuts instead, so that was stupid. But you got LR Slumber coming in P13, P14 for NLR, and then you had a few 4 DNFs for Ice-T, PMP Mac, Sector, and LR Blaze. So, yeah, looking after rounds 1 and 2, I think LR haven't got to the start they wanted, but FRL, I mean, it couldn't get much better, could it?
Yeah, they've, I mean, the 1, 2, 3, locking out the podium in the first race, and then they had another driver basically keeping everyone else behind to make sure that they didn't lose that. So in terms of that, I think it was perfect, perfectly played by them. And then again in this race, they started at the back, of course, and they came through very well. It seemed like really utilizing every person in their team, and I think it's really helping them out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the teamwork is clear that I think LR and FRL had the most teamwork. NLR I saw weren't really communicating together, but yeah, it's kind of disappointing for them. But FRL, great start. LR, decent start. I mean, VER had an average start to this 3-week championship, I'd say, and then PMP, the host of this event, really haven't had a good time, if I'm honest. So it's disappointing for our hosts. Okay, but anyway, this is going to be the end of the first week of this PMP event. We'll be seeing you once again next week, Monday at 8 o'clock, for our next 2 races of this 3-week event. Can FRL keep their championship fight going into these next few races? Can LR catch up? Can anyone try and salvage their wreckage from today? We'll have to wait and see. Big thank you to Kevin for being my co-commentator today. But we'll see you all next week. Hope you enjoy the rest of your days, your weeks, and your lives. See you all soon, and goodbye.